Tonight, a Katu investigation into another proposed increase for PGE rates and how that proposal affects PGE's biggest customers and you. Good evening. Thanks for joining us for the special edition of Katu News. I'm Deborah Knapp. Katu investigator Ray Gazaway found PGE wants to raise your rates by a higher percentage than some of its biggest customers. That's despite data showing those big customers are driving demand.
See, this is my cost per kilowatt now.
PGE ratepayers are staring down another potential rate increase. This time, the company wants to raise residential rates by just over 7% on average next January. Doug Wagner is a PGE customer.
I'm in a position I can handle it, but I know there's a lot of people that this is impacting.
Doug says it caught his eye when he saw the utility wanted to raise his rates by just over 7%, while only proposing a roughly 4% increase for its industrial customers. PGE's first quarter financial report reveals this about usage. It says company revenues were up year over year in the first quarter, quote, due to demand growth from semiconductor and digital customers, partially offset by lower residential and commercial usage. That's worth repeating. Demand on the grid from some large businesses went up, while demand from regular people went down. And that's not all. The actual number of residential customers went up at the same time.
If you've got more customers and less usage, that means they're being more proactive. And I think they owe us an explanation as to why residential is taking the biggest hit on these increases versus commercial and industrial.
Katu is on your side getting that explanation. We asked company leaders for an interview to discuss the rate proposal. The company declined. Instead, a spokesperson addressed Doug's question through a statement, saying it's cheaper to serve the bigger customers, adding, quote, in some years, industrial customers do see a higher share of the price increase. A higher proportion of the investments that have been made since PGE's last rate review support our residential customers' needs, such as investments in transmission and distribution infrastructure, resiliency measures, and grid modernization.
What we've been hearing from customers is enough is enough.
Bob Jenks oversees the Oregon Citizens Utility Board. It serves as an advocate for ratepayers.
The real issue isn't are there investments you can make in the utility system that over 30, 40 years can benefit the system. The question is, which one should you do today? Which one should you do next year? Which one should you do in 5 years?
Bob wants the state to make PGE prioritize improvements to the grid.
These are extra charges above and beyond the energy charge.
Doug is not confident the upgrades he and other customers help pay for will make service better.
My speculation is that when they talk about reliability, redundancy, and all that, that's for these industrial clients. That's where their focus is, because data centers aren't going to want downtime. They're not going to want to have problems with the electrical grid system.
A system that PGE wants to upgrade by increasing the cost of your power bill. We found some interesting federal data related to data centers specifically. The National Renewable Energy Laboratory is a research and development center sponsored by the Department of Energy. It says the energy usage required for just one data center is comparable to powering 80,000 households. At the Live Desk, I'm Ray Gazaway.